ladies and gents, to the late night show. You killed the vibe, Poppy. With us still in the studio today on set is Gochy Samuel, aka the gospel artist, aka the
gospel hip hop.
Gospel hip hop artist.
Director. How do you manage all these things all at once?
Well, it's all about grace for me. And it's all about being focused. It's all about having, being determined and being devoted to whatever you find yourself doing. You understand? For me, combining work, I'm not yet married, but by the grace of God, very soon.
She's still single too. I'm just putting it out there.
So it's just about, you see, you can do a whole lot. It depends on your own schedule and how you try to apportion your time to do what is necessary. Meaningful stuff anyway.
Before you finish,
I
want to put you on the spot. Don't think about it. If a man from Lagos is called a Lagosian, a man from Puerto Rico is Puerto Rican, a man from Malaysia is Malaysian, a man from Jericho is what? Don't think.
Jerican.
Wrong answer.
I knew what I do.
Yeah.
And I do it very well.
But don't worry, we asked other people the same question. Not everyone got it right.
Okay.
Only one person got it actually.
Yeah, only one person. Can you imagine? We have evidence.
Cool.
Check it out.
Somebody from Mexico is called a Mexican. Somebody from Puerto Rico is called a Puerto Rican. Somebody from Jericho is called what?
The whole of Jericho fell down flat. I think it's Israel. Israel.
Jericho, no.
Well, you go be Jerican.
Don't tell me the child is a Jerican. The child cannot be Jerican. It's a Jerichite.
Obviously, she's a Jerican.
Jericho, man. I want a Jericho.
Jerican.
Jeremiah.
Jerican. Jerican now. Mexico, Mexican, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rican. Jericho, Jerican. There's no country called Jericho now. So I don't know. There's no country called Jericho.
Confusion. Jericho.
I don't want to say Jerichoian. But I know it's not Jerichoian. But I don't know.
Jericho.
Jerican. No.
He's a Jericho. I don't really know what to say, but it should be a Jericho. It's a Jericho. Somebody from a Jericho is a Jericho.
Not Jericho. Well, I'm Jericho. Tell me, say you want my crack joke. I don't crack joke for you finish now. You're not Jericho now. No two ways about it.
Yeah, so don't worry, don't feel bad. You weren't the only person who got it wrong. Okay, so Gochy, earlier, Elenu asked you how you balance everything, how I'm assuming you work so hard. You're really, really hardworking. So even at your office, when you're not doing your music or you're acting or you're modeling, are you always hard at work, but also thinking about what you're going to do in music and what your next acting role is going to be? Is your brain always on alert?
I would say that I have just 5 days to do the normal work that I do as in the profession. Then I have the rest of the weekend to focus on the
artistic side.
Exactly.
So those 5 days you spend at work, are you still hardworking, a good worker?
Of course. Of course.
You don't, when you're at work, you don't rest at any particular point in time. You're
sleep.
always very busy.
Well, we normally have the break period. For me, I don't normally, use my break.
So what do you use your break period for?
My break period, I use it to do some, mental work in terms of rehearsals, depending on what I have at that particular point in time. I use it to do my rehearsals, probably go for my break when others are busy, maybe cracking jokes and
So you don't sleep in the office?
I don't. I try as much as possible.
Someone told me they saw you sleeping in the office once.
I saw you sleeping in the office once.
From a reliable source.
Oh,
and you'll be shocked if we tell you who it is.
No.
Poppy,
I know
did you see him sleeping in the office
did.
once? Elenu, did you see him?
I did.
We all saw you sleeping.
Is this a kind of a setup or something?
You've never slept in the office before.
Maybe you need to show me on the camera as well. Let me believe it.
And you didn't see it.
That was just a selfie. It's not like I'm sleeping.
I was taking selfie.
Someone actually just used my phone to give me that snapshot.
Well, that was in the office. You were sleeping. Well, there's nothing you can tell me you were sleeping.
It's not sleeping, trust me.
Well, you're sleeping. That's
or
what
you can call
I
it there's some kind of meditation or, you know.
Sure. But do you suffer from hay fever or any allergies?
No.
No?
Whatsoever.
Have you ever had a cold or like had dust, been in a dusty area and you're like sneezing a lot?
I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to dust, yeah. And I can't really stay in a dusty environment. So if someone happens to like start sweeping now, if I must sweep myself, I need to cover up my nose. I have a very sensitive.
So do you sneeze a lot?
I don't really. If I'm not actually put in that spot, like if I'm in an environment where there's kind of like much dust, you find me sneezing and all that.
And you have some people who have that elegant sneeze, like achoo, achoo, and then you have some people that are like achoo.
You don't want to hear my dad sneeze. No, you do not want to hear him sneeze.
Where the whole body sneezes with them.
My dad sneeze is like a sentence.
Yeah.
So how would you categorize your sneezing? Is this
my
like
sneezing? My sneezing is my sneezing understands my body language.
Okay, now I understand what he's trying to say.
So
he has this very obiagoic
character. It can be controlled. It depends on the environment. So there are places I can find myself. I'll be like, man, this place is free. I just give it out. Oh shit!
Oh my God.
Interesting.
And then some places you like. You just be holding it, it be coming out, you just be holding it, and it's coming out, like, at the point you're like, someone think you're about to fight, say no.
Seems like you're in that same situation. Yeah. Can you just take the picture and about
Guess all these pictures, come on. That was a studio shot for...
You're sneezing in the studio?
A particular...
That's the first time.
Was the studio dusty? It was dusty in the studio?
It wasn't dusty. It was just like...
So why were you sneezing?
A freestyle,
A freestyle sneeze. You're an actor. You can sneeze on demand. Oh yeah, sneeze for us now.
Oh, come on.
Sneeze on demand. You're an actor.
Oh, come on.
Action.
How much do you love the movie 300?
Very interesting.
What about Spartacus?
Not really.
Have you seen any part of Spartacus before?
I've watched it before, as in a very long time.
What about Gladiator?
Gladiator is a good movie.
Do they influence you in any way?
Not really. On some spots, on some sides, they don't. But as for, the human aspect of it, like, being there for someone when they need you, trying to protect your own region or your own family and all that, it has some message. But I don't know what you mean by if it influences me, but positively, it's a good story movie, but at the same time, there are some scenes that might not actually,
Well, have you ever been called on a set before as an actor that, okay, we need to play a set like a gladiator? Sometimes the kind of movie, they might just call it, okay, we need to act like a gladiator or something. You have to dress like them or the rest of them.
Well, I've done that in my church. There was this particular one we did last year, Drama Night, where I played as a king. And I wore all those king robes and all that. It was really epic. It was really a nice, thank God for the spirit, for the inspiration anyway. It was really a nice one, yeah. And then some other times I play, because I'm always, I have this, aggressive touch.
Aggressive?
Yes, in terms
you
of...
do get like quite...
In a positive way anyway, when it comes to... Maybe like trying to like So I normally play those roles like the ones for the soldiers, trying to protect the king and stuff like that, like the one we did last year, even this year for during the Easter drama, the one we did for the resurrection of our Lord and then this crucifixion and all that. So we played the soldiers, and all that. So
you and who played the soldier? You and who played the soldier?
About 6 guys, 6 actors, yeah.
So you're aggressive in a good way?
Of course, a soldier is supposed to be aggressive.
Is there such thing as being aggressive in a good way?
Because we're the ones that were actually, beating up our savior.
Is there something like being aggressive in a good way?
Yeah?
Aggressive in a good way?
Well, in terms of security, you understand, for people to really know that you really mean to secure.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive to protect this person. So you are being aggressive as somebody else to protect another person.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So do you get angry a lot? Are you very like good at being?
No, I'm not. You know, as an actor, you need to portray something, act like something, not something you're not yourself. You understand? You're supposed to portray a message that is not who you are, but based on what.
Doesn't look like you were aggressive in a good way here. This is not a good way aggressiveness.
You guys won't kill me here. Come on. Okay, this one was, I was playing a soldier there. That guy over there is a friend of mine. He was a centurion. That was the Easter drama we actually had this year, a couple of months back, yeah. So we just took that selfie while we were outside preparing for our own shot.
Centurion soldier taking selfie. Moving on.
So apart from, you know, being an actor, a model, you know, an artist, do you do any sports, like boxing?
Oh, sports. My favorite sport is badminton, though we don't have much facilities for that. I kind of like developed that interest when I was in a secondary school. I love badminton a lot because there was this guy that was staying beside my compound or my house that actually taught me. He had all the gadgets and the equipment, so we just set it up and we play, and it's such a lovely game. Apart from that, I like football as well, though I don't play
Did you watch
actively
the Mayweather match, boxing match? Who did you support? Floyd.
But honestly, I love Manny Pacquiao. He was just, you know that this is his passion, this is his life. He boxes with his spirit. You know, he boxes with every energy he's got inside of him.
How do you box with your spirit? It's like your spirit comes out of your body and starts boxing. How do you explain that?
It's just like, this is something he's known for. He was born a boxer, if I can use that word.
Passionate about it.
He was really passionate about it.
Have you ever thought that maybe you were born a boxer?
Myself?
Have you ever like tried to imitate, you know, one of these two, like Mayweather, or have you ever thought you could box?
Never. Never. That's not my line. That's not my sport. That's not my spec. I can't.
Let me see your sparring.
My what?
Thing. Whatever they call this, your sparring.
Your knuckles.
My knuckles.
Yeah.
That's my knuckles.
Your knuckle pose.
Yeah.
You know.
Give me one.
I should give you one.
No. Give the air in front of you one.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what you mean by give you one. You want
give
us
the
to go?
air. Give the air.
Okay, do it.
One.
Oh wow.
You know. Oh. Oh, come on. Okay. Now I know I'm in for it. I better be very, very careful what I say here.
No.
That was a friend's wedding. Yeah, we were just dancing in the church, and then we took that snapshot. Yeah.
You dance with your knuckles.
Knuckles, yeah.
No, I don't know.
Prepared
I just found
to fight.
myself posing like that.
Okay.
But you know how, like Elenu said, you can box with the spirit. Like your spirit comes out, and you can like box it or whatever. What if your spirit doesn't come out and you can't physically?
You
box
see,
it?
the funny thing about boxing
You try
is
to
that
box your spirit out of you.
if you really want to box, like you want to box, to me, a good boxer is supposed to win the boxing in his mind first before you get on the ring.
Okay. If
you
you
understand?
If you were to
that is the only as in, that's just the
only criteria.
The criteria for you to win that match.
If
You need to win it in your mind first.
If you were a boxer yourself, would you practice on yourself?
Why not? If I were a boss, of course I would train, practice on my work on myself, get trained very well. But no.
Like, would you practice with your own self?
Okay.
Like you punching yourself.
I thought you have another picture that you're asking me
Like
this
you
question.
punching yourself.
Punching myself.
That's what she's trying to say. Like you boxing. I need to check the weight of these knuckles. Let me see if you can bring down somebody and you just punch it.
I've never really thought of that, seriously, honestly. I don't really see it. I don't fancy that anyway. I just love the game of boxing. If I'm to watch, then that's fine. But it's for me, no. It's not, it's not in my gene. It's not in my makeup to box and all that. No, I don't.
You never punch yourself?
For what? Why would I punch myself? I guess you're asking because of that picture, right? Now they're coming up with another one. Those are studio shots.
You're punching yourself in the studio?
Sneezing in the studio.
It's just, like a pose, like, what's going on here? Just It's not a punch. Is it a punch? It's not. So what's the next one you're going to put out now?
All right, no, back to your music.
Okay.
So what is the current single you have out at the moment?
Oh, the one I have now is Keleya, which in Igbo means, in Igbo it means Keleya, then in English it says thank God. It's actually a song that tries to celebrate God for his goodness and his grace over his children, lifting them from grass to grace. It tries to, celebrate God and, give hope to someone out there that it's all about your thanks to him. Because it says, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just give him thanks. Appreciate him for who he is. Forget about your problems. It's immaterial. Our God is a kind of God that knew you even from the time you were in mother's womb. So just give him praise.
Okay, guys, so let's give him praise with the music video Keleya from Gochy Samuel.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.